Imagine a world where our lives are intertwined with the stars. A world where space travel isn't a far-off fantasy but a part of our everyday reality. Could space travel truly reshape human existence and change the very fabric of society as we know it? Space travel, once the exclusive realm of highly trained astronauts and government agencies, is now reaching a pivotal era. Fueled by advances in technology, reduced costs, and the ambitions of private companies, space exploration is on the brink of becoming accessible to the everyday individual. What was once a race to the moon has evolved into a journey to expand humanity's reach beyond Earth. From orbital hotels to potential lunar bases, space is no longer just for scientific missions but for business ventures, tourism, and perhaps, in the future, even ordinary residents. This new era brings enormous potential, but it also poses questions. How will society adapt to a future where space travel is routine? How will our values, economy, and way of life shift? In this exploration, we'll dive into the profound changes that space travel might bring to humanity and the challenges we may encounter along the way. Humanity's dream of space travel began with iconic events: the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik in 1957, Neil Armstrong's first steps on the moon in 1969, and the awe-inspiring images from the Hubble Space Telescope. For decades, space travel was led by a few powerful nations, and only the most rigorously trained astronauts could venture into the cosmos. Today, however, we're witnessing a radical shift. Companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic are redefining what's possible. These companies are spearheading the way with reusable rockets, privately funded space stations, and lunar missions on the horizon. It's not just governments in the race, private enterprise has joined, each player eager to claim their stake in what might be the most significant expansion of human territory in history. The current state of space travel is no longer limited to research, it's growing into an industry with immense potential. NASA, ESA, and other space agencies are increasingly partnering with private entities, marking a new age in space exploration. This change is laying the groundwork for a future where space travel could become a central part of human life, impacting every aspect of society. Over the last decade, advances in technology have enabled more frequent and more affordable missions. SpaceX's reusable Falcon rockets have drastically cut costs, making space more accessible than ever. The Starship project, designed for deep space missions, even aims to carry humans to Mars. Meanwhile, Blue Origin's New Shepard is focusing on suborbital tourism, making it possible for space tourists to experience zero gravity. The International Space Station, once a symbol of governmental collaboration, now welcomes private companies and tourists, hinting at the future potential of privately owned space stations. NASA has also announced partnerships to send the first woman and the next man to the moon by 2025. Artemis, a multinational project, is pushing forward plans for a sustainable lunar base, which could serve as a springboard for missions deeper into space. Beyond these high-profile ventures, quieter innovations are happening. In 2023, a Japanese company, iSpace, made headlines with its first commercial moon lander. The focus isn't just on space missions. Research is booming in areas like sustainable space habitats, medical advancements for zero-gravity living, and the engineering of space agriculture. Collaboration is the new norm. NASA's Artemis program involves contributions from countries worldwide, including Europe, Japan, and Canada. These partnerships are a reminder that while space may be a competitive frontier, it is also an opportunity for global unity. As these missions evolve, our connection with space is growing stronger, bringing us closer to an era where space travel could become as routine as air travel. What does a future of routine space travel mean for society? Imagine cities in space, with companies offering interplanetary services, and people commuting to jobs beyond Earth. Economically, space travel opens up enormous possibilities. Space mining, for instance, could tap into asteroid resources, bringing in vast amounts of precious metals and minerals that are rare on Earth. Lunar colonies could become centers of commerce, technology, and tourism, potentially boosting the global economy in unprecedented ways. Space travel will also transform culture. As we adapt to a reality where the universe is within reach, our understanding of ourselves will expand. Stories, art, and education will begin to reflect a society that sees Earth as part of a larger cosmic neighborhood. Schools could teach interplanetary history and offer virtual reality field trips to Mars, and cultural norms will evolve as people experience a universe without national borders. However, this bold new frontier comes with challenges. There are ethical questions about who gets to access space and who may be left behind. Will only the wealthy be able to travel, or will space eventually become accessible to all? International regulations and space governance will be essential to maintain peace and cooperation. Additionally, the effects of long-term space exposure on human health remain unknown, and environmental concerns arise around space debris, which threatens to clog up our planet's orbit. On a broader scale, space exploration has the potential to reshape international relations. Competition and cooperation will be closely intertwined as countries and companies balance their desire for innovation with the need for peaceful collaboration. Space travel may indeed become humanity's unifying endeavor. Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX, said in a recent interview, "Space travel is not just about exploration, it's about ensuring the survival of humanity. We're on a mission to make life multiplanetary." This vision aligns with many experts who see space not just as a frontier, but as a necessity for the long-term survival of our species. Similarly, NASA astronaut Christina Koch, who spent a record 328 days in space, shares her vision of the future. Space isn't just an extension of our planet. It's an opportunity for all of us to grow as a society, to see the world from a different perspective, and to understand our place in the universe. These perspectives highlight the profound optimism that fuels the space industry and the understanding that this isn't just science fiction. The stakes are real, and so is the impact on humanity. As we've explored, space travel has the potential to change our economy, culture, and international relationships in ways we can only begin to imagine. It's a bold, daring journey, one that could lead to interplanetary civilizations and a society that sees itself as part of a broader, cosmic community. Space travel is no longer a distant dream, it's a pathway to a transformed world. And as we stand on the threshold of this next giant leap, we are reminded that every journey begins with a single step, even if that step takes us to the stars. What do you think? Will space travel become as common as catching a flight? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're intrigued by the mysteries of Mars or curious about upcoming missions, check out our next video on the latest developments in Mars colonization. Don't forget to subscribe for more space discoveries and explorations.